First and foremost, before we get started, I like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rekah Kwadash, and double honors to those great millstone, while unto his truth, and also to those elect that scattered abroad. I like to say, Shalom. Come back here today with another great, powerful lesson to the spirit and the power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. And the title of today's lesson is Watchman Report. China discover new bat virus. So I like to say shalom to all our listeners. Learn. Hope to help you today and guide you back in the path of righteousness and back to your true power, which in fact is Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. So before we start today's lesson, I have a quick news article here by Daily Mail Health, and it reads that new C19 virus with potential to cause pandemic discovered in China. It says here another C19 virus feared to be powerful enough to spread through human has been discovered in China. It says in scenes earlier reminisce of the beginning of the C, said researchers at the infamous Wuhan Institute of Virology detected the new strain living within bats, said HKU5 CV-2 is strikingly similar to the pandemic virus, sparking fears that history could repeat itself just 2 years after the worst was declared over. So we seeing right now that seem like all the time something is happening in China. You know, seem like China is the blueprint for whatever is going to happen around the world. You know, so now they're saying that they have another new virus. We cannot hardly keep up with all these different virus that they're putting out, trying to say it in a way where they won't take the video down. So we're seeing that now they're coming up with this new virus, saying it's more, it's just similar to the C19, and also said that it could jump from animal to human, you know, so it could spread. So now they're saying that this could be a possible another pandemic of what happened back in 2020. You know, already know about the mask mandate. And one thing about it, we're not ignorant of Satan's device. So we know a lot of these things are constantly happening left and right. Outbreak over here, it's spreading over here, it's constantly increasing. Also, we know about what the bird flu. So a lot of these things they're constantly putting into place left and right. You know, every day something is happening, some type of event, some type of saying this is in the water, or this is some type of virus we found in the animal. So we're seeing where these things are going. So, you know, they could call a lockdown, they could call some type of mandate, you know what I'm saying, to say that they need to do this or need to do that, or take you to some facility and do something to you. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, bring back these jibber jabs. You understand what I'm saying? So we're very close to that time. So, you know, a lot of people, you know, they gonna feed you things being idle. You know what I'm saying? Offer you things to, you know, being idle. You know what I'm saying? So we already know what that idol is. You know, that main ultimate goal that they're getting ready to come forward with. Let's get a little bit more of it. Said the new virus is even closer related to MERS, said a deadlier type of C19 virus that kills up to a third of people's it infects. So that's all we're gonna go on that. We won't go too far into that because, you know, basically, you know, this is not medical misinformation. It's just for educational purpose. We'll put it like that because, you know, we don't want to go too far, but we're seeing right here that they're right now saying this could be a potential, you know, of the same thing that happened once again in 2020. So we already knowing that these things are coming back upon us already. We know what what's his name, Klaus Schwab, if I'm not mistaken, said, you know, it's going to be another, big one, so, and also they were saying that, it's going to be massive death. But one thing about it, it's not going to come from them. It's going to come from who? Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua. So many shall be taken in a great number. So right now it said China discovered new bat virus. And this lady here, she discovered it in bats. So it's all something that they constantly discovering. So one thing about it, we already know that a lot of these things that has been manufactured and also engineered. But one thing about it, it's all through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua. So now, let's get a quick precept. One moment. Let's go here, get this quick precept. Then we get the video. Let's go to this one here right quick. Because the men of the Lord, we constantly warn you about these things as fast as approaching these evil times, these pestilence, these plagues, these sickness, these disease that's coming up on the fast approach. And also we telling you about war, also great economic collapse, a lot of things that we're constantly warning you about, left and right. Jeremiah chapter 28 and verse 8 said, the prophets that had been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries, against great kingdoms of war and evil and a pestilence. So we already know that the spirit of the prophet is subject to the prophet. So if you're prophesying now, you're so-called man of the Lord, you're putting out these videos of pistol, you're standing on your watch, you're warning, warning before destruction. So one thing about it is exactly what we constantly warn you. We're warning you about these things that's happening around the world, especially in China. China, seem like everything starts in China. But one thing about it, we're not ignorant of Satan's device. So it says here in verse 8, said, the ancient prophet who preceded you said, and me spoke against many nations, always warning of war, disaster, and disease. That's exactly what we're doing. We're constantly warning you, always warning you. And one thing about it, the Lord said in Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 17, warn them for me. That's exactly what we're doing, left and right. And then so that's why we're constantly watching, the signs of the time, seeing what's happening all around us at a fast pace. And these things going to constantly increase. And one thing about it, we're seeing these about war, evils, pestilence. Every day something is happening. It's high time to prophesy. It says here, verse 9, it said, the prophets which prophesied of peace, when the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord had truly sent him. So one thing about it, these prophecies right now are coming coming to pass. They're are coming true. A lot of people would consider scoffing and mocking. In their day, they shall know that a prophet was among them. So a lot of people are beginning to see that these things are coming full circle. These things are constantly manifesting. They're constantly being more obvious and clear. So let's get this one in the NLT. Jeremiah chapter 28 verse 9 said, so a prophet who predicts peace must show he is right. Only when his prediction come true can we know that he is really from the Lord. Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua. So one thing about it, they're getting ready to find out who is the Lord chosen, who the Lord is dealing with. So right now that these things is right in front of your face, left and right, like a domino effect. Every day they're coming with something different and different. So we're seeing that these prophecies are constantly picking up. 2025 is very prophetic. These things are right in front of our face. So one thing about it, so, in that day, once again, they shall know that a prophet was among them. So now, let's go ahead. I got two quick videos, and after the video, we'll start the lesson, and I hope that you will get edified.
China found a new bat virus that could infect humans, just like COVID-19. Scientists, led by Shi Zhengli, known as Batwoman, discovered the virus in bats from Hong Kong. Named HKU5-CoV2, this virus binds to the same ACE2 receptors in human cells as the COVID-19 virus did. This means it has the potential to jump from animals to humans, according to researchers from the South China Morning Post. The virus belongs to the same family as the deadly MERS virus, which had a 34% fatality rate. While its efficiency in infecting humans is lower than COVID-19, experts warn that it can still spread between multiple animal species, making a future outbreak possible. We ignored early signs before, another expert cautioned. The World Health Organization has now added this virus family to its pandemic watch list, pushing for global surveillance. Could this be another pandemic in the making? And the question is, are we ready for the next outbreak? A Wuhan researcher discovered that HKU5 is spreadable in humans, just like SARS-2 COVID. Who's ready for another pandemic? Oh boy.
So now we'll start today's lesson. We'll start here first in let's go to Proverbs. We'll start in Proverbs. So right now, could this be another pandemic in the making? And one thing about it, we already know about the C19. They already now you telling you about this HKU5. Now they're already constantly talking about what this bird flu in animals, in the chicken, in the eggs. A lot of things they're doing to control the food, control the people. So we're seeing that exactly what they're doing and bringing in this new system right before our eyes. So now let's go here to Proverbs, Proverbs chapter 22, Proverbs chapter 22 and verse 3. It says here, a prudent man foresees the evil and hides himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. So one thing about it, a prudent man or a wise man, we constantly foresee the dangers, and take precaution. What it says here in the NLT, and a simpleton goes blindly and suffer the consequences. So one thing about it, a lot of people right now still are not aware. All of a sudden they say, "Oh, we have an outbreak." A lot of people have been taken in a great enough, been unalive. So these things are coming full tuition. We seeing the pestilence constantly increase. We seeing that the war drums are constantly beating left and right. Also, we're seeing the love of many is constantly waxing colder and colder. We're seeing the nation rising against the nation. We foreseeing the evil. We seeing what World War III. We seeing what the MOTB. Also, we seeing what Jacob Trouble, the hour of temptation. They said right here, it said, a prudent man foresees the evil and hides himself. And how do he hide himself? In what? This wisdom, this knowledge, this understanding, this gospel. You know what I'm saying? The Lord shall be a stronghold in times of trouble. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is going to protect his elect. And it said, but the simple pass on and are punished. Because what? They're walking around like what? Blind men. They're not paying no attention to the signs of the times. And not about it, we're living in the end time, the last day as we speak. So these things are going to constantly pick up. So a lot of people are going to be unalive in a great number. So we'll get that in a minute. So we see it right now, these simpletons, these two, all they want to do is scoff and mock, still want to be in a house of mirth, still are playing games, and all the games about to be over. So now, let's go here to 2nd Ezra chapter 5. Let's go here, 2nd Ezra chapter 5. Let's get this one right quick. 2nd Ezra chapter 5 and verse 1. And it says here, let me highlight this right quick. It says here, nevertheless, as the coming of the tokens or the signs of the times or the prophecies, behold, the day shall come that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. So that's where we at right now. So a lot of people are going to be taken. It's going to be what? Massive death. Great tribulation. Great persecution. A lot of things are coming upon us at a very, very fast pace. So we knowing that any given time, they could call some type of lockdown, some type of medical lockdown. We'll put it like that. Another pandemic whereby they are saying there's already rumors that they'll get ready to bring back these mask mandate. Has not been confirmed, only rumors. So these things are constantly picking up. Also, we know that jibber jab is coming back on the scene. So things are constantly picking up. They said many shall be taken in a great number. So, the beginning of sorrow, so these things are right here. We are living in some perilous time. In the middle of the Lord, we're constantly warning you left and right. A lot of people going on with their daily lives, in their security, still thinking that they're a good case. And these things are constantly growing all around us. Evils are all around us, left and right, any given day. So it says right here, it said the land shall be barren of what? Of faith, the way of truth. So one thing about it, we already know that a lot of people right now don't have faith. We know that the famine of the world is fast approaching. We know that a great famine is coming too. Also, food shortage, starvation, plagues, disease, sickness. A lot of things are coming. Also, death like we have never seen before. So that's where we at right now. So these coming tokens, these prophecies, these signs are right in front of us, so these things can happen, all of a sudden, what I'm saying? When you're in your security right now, a lot of people right now are eating good. A lot of people are not even aware, not even watching. And one thing about it is, it's going to catch you like a thief in the night. And one thing about it, we know that the Lord is getting ready to return. And a lot of people are not aware of that either. They still thinking that these things are very far off, but it's right in front of our eyes. We are constantly rejoicing. And we know that we are very close to this nightmare to be over with. So now let's go here to Salakia, Ezekiel. Let's go here to Ezekiel chapter 7. Ezekiel chapter 7. And we're going to skip around. Let's get to these two precepts, Salaki. Verse 5. Let's start up at verse 5. We get 5 and 6. It says here, thus said the Lord power, and evil, and a only evil, behold, is come. Let's read that once again. It said, thus said the Lord power of the Most High, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, and evil, and only evil, behold, is come. So that's exactly what we constantly seeing right here. Evil is constantly what? Is right before. The evil is more obvious and clear. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the Lord has not done it? Shall evil be done in the city, and the Lord has not done it? So we seeing these things that happen, but the Lord is in what? Perfect control. Verse 5 said, verse 5 in the NLT, it said, this is what the sovereign Lord says. Said, disaster after disaster is coming your way. So that's exactly what's getting ready to happen. All hell is getting ready to break loose. Verse 6 said, an end is come. The end is come. It watches for thee. Behold, it is come. So we're right here at the end. It is being manifested right in front of our face, left and right. The end is being manifested. We're living in the last day, whether you believe it or not. Let's read it in the NLT. It said, the end has come. It said, it has finally arrived. Your final doom is waiting. So one thing about it, we here, man. We constantly warn you, left and right. Judgment is at the door, great death and destruction, and also our great deliverance. It's getting ready. It's right before. Man, we can feel it. We're in the spirit. So we seeing right now the end is come. We're living in the end time. A lot of people need to wake their asses up. And seek their true power before we run out of time, before the Lord bring forth this judgment like you have never seen before. Great death, great mourning, great sorrow, great tribulation is right before our eyes. We're constantly warning you. So now let's drop down here to verse 14. Let's drop down here to verse 14. Let's get this one right quick. Verse 14. Let's see where we at here. 14. It says here, they have blown the trumpet, even to make all ready, but none goes to the battle, for my wrath is upon all the multitude thereof. So we constantly seeing this right here, left and right. The Lord's getting ready to bring forth that judgment. Also we knowing that, first his judgment was started at the house of Israel, and they said they have blown the trumpet. So, the warning cries have went out, one thing about it, we constantly sighing and crying left and right. You're constantly warning you, all these constantly pending dangers, that's all around us, simultaneously. They are coming at a fast pace. These birth pain, constantly warning you. A lot of people right now, not ready for the battle. And one thing about it, we already know that the Lord said, make you ready to the battle. When you go to 2 Ezra chapter 16 and verse 4, make you ready to the battle, and in those evil shall be like pilgrims upon the earth. I said the Lord is going to protect us. That supernatural intervention is getting ready to kick in. So the Lord's getting ready to bring forth that wrath, that indignation. Verse 15 said, the sword is without, and the pestilence and the famine within. So he that is in the field shall die, and the sword, and he that is in the city, famine and pestilence shall devour. So one thing about it, we're coming upon that time, a great economic collapse, food shortage, a lot of rioting, polluting. When the food goes, we know that all hell is going to break loose. So these things are getting ready to happen. A lot of people are going to die because of what? The lack of bread and what? In great tribulation. That's what we headed to right now. All hell at any given time is getting ready to what? To break loose. The sword is without, and the pestilence, the plagues, the sickness, the disease, these outbreaks, this what they putting into place right now. Say, and the famine within, say, he that is in the field shall die with the sword, and he that is in the city, famine and pestilence shall devour. So it's no escaping the hands of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. So these things are coming. A lot of people gonna die starvation. A lot of people gonna die from these plagues and these diseases. A lot of great sickness. A lot of people, gonna be die by the what? By the sword. So these things are coming, and we are constantly warning you, left and right. It is here. It is at the door. So now let's go here to Second Ezra. Let's go back to Second Ezra. Second Ezra chapter 15. Something I want to get out of here. Second Ezra chapter 15. Let's go here. Second Ezra chapter 15. And let's drop down to verse 11. Second Ezra chapter 15 in verse 11. And it reads that, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. So that's exactly what the Lord is getting ready to do. And we knowing that Egypt goes into the house of bondage. So we already knowing right now we still in our what you call spiritual, a place what they call spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. So we already knowing that we still in the land of our captivity. So the Lord is getting ready to bring forth these plagues once again. So we know what happened in Moses' time when Moses went to Pharaoh and said, "Let my people go," and the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart so he can bring forth his great power, his great wonders. That's what the Lord's getting ready to do again. And out about we already know who is the modern day Pharaoh is what? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the devil that the Bible speaks of. The Lord is getting ready to make an example out of him. The Lord is getting ready to make an example of all these unbelievers, these ones that's constantly scoffing and mocking, thinking that they're a good case. And the Lord's getting ready to destroy all the land thereof. Babylon the Great. This place is getting ready to be a lake of fire. So the Lord's getting ready to do a mighty work with that mighty hand. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh Shai know what the host of the heavenly army with him. You know what I'm saying? These thousands of angels get ready to invade this place, totally decimate this place. It's going to be a dual mission. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be deliverance, and also it's going to be destruction. At the same time, the Lord's getting ready to do a mighty work. And we're constantly warning you left and right. Verse 12, 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 12 say, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plagues and punishment that the Almighty shall bring upon it. So that's what the Lord is getting ready to do this right now. He's getting ready to bring forth these plagues once again. 2.0, there is no new thing under the sun, but it's going to be far greater. You know what I'm saying? One thing about it, we know that we're very close. The Lord is getting ready to bring forth that judgment. You know what I'm saying? Egypt shall mourn. Modern day Egypt is what? America. Also is what is work hand in hand with what the house of bondage. So that's where we at right now. So the Lord is getting ready to bring these plagues. Getting ready to bring these tribulations, these sorrow, these mournings. These things are coming upon us at a fast pace. So now we already know that they keep telling you about these different viruses, these different outbreaks. They are constantly increasing. China is the blueprint. Constantly, every time you look around, something is going down in China, and which in fact is going to affect the entire world. It's going to be a global event that you have never seen before. It's coming. It's fast approaching. And one thing about it, you still are not believing. You still don't think that this is not coming to you. But one thing about it, you're in for a rude awakening. So now, let's go to our last and final strip, and we'll close out. Let's go here to Revelations chapter 1 and verse 3. Revelation chapter 1, we'll close out here. Revelation chapter 1 and verse 3. And it reads, said, Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. So the time is at hand. And one thing about it is that we'll know that we are very close any given day. Keep bringing this out. They keep bringing that out. This outbreak over here, or we having some type of calamity over there. These things are not slacking down. They're called the birth pain. These plagues are upon us, left and right. That sword, famine, death, and destruction. In the middle, Lord, we're constantly warning you, left and right. Seek the Lord early while he can be found. So the title of the day lesson, once again, is Watchman Report. China discovered new bat virus. So I give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rekah Kwadash. I like to say, Shalom, Shalom.